Shall we wait a 5 minute time and we'll start? Right. Shall we start? What about last week homework? Tarani, Taranka, tell me. I think
I
I
have
gave a
sent
couple.
it. Yeah, I have sent it to Apex like 2 days back, I think.
Do you have the note with you?
Yeah, yeah, it's
Can you read?
okay. Yes, the mapping that we made. So I split some lesson plan for plants. So within the bigger circle, I wrote plants, how do plants grow, and the small circle, what does the plant need to survive. So it was planned for 5 lessons. So day 1, how will have a live and dead plant in classroom, discuss what has happened. Day 2, each child to plant a seed. They must also plant seed without soil, light, and water. Day 3, watch a seed growing time-lapse video and observe the growth of their plant and discuss the changes. Day 4, compare the changes with the successful plant growth to the seeds without soil, light, and water. Day 5, observational drawing. So this is for foundation stage. So it's like very basic thing for science. That was my painting and lesson plan. That's it. Should I read the lesson plan as well?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So lesson plan, again, it's about the same thing I did the lesson plan of science plants. Focus, how does a plant grow? Making observation of plants, know what a plant needs to survive. So learning intention was to understand what plants need to grow. Steps to success, like I don't know how we call in other way. So for the lower abilities, I can identify a plant in a picture. I can identify a real plant when given a real and artificial plants. For the medium achievers, I can name some parts of the plant. I can identify the things that a plant needs to grow by pointing an object or picture. High achievers, I can name the things that plant needs to grow without any picture. I can say why the plant needs each of the things to help it to grow. And key experience, we are doing a field visit to the garden, like Miracle Garden, which is a garden over here. Observe different plants, nature, and scavenger hunt. And then I put the, it's too long to read. Yeah, day 1 input, provide an opportunity to observe the live and dead plants. Activity, discuss what has happened. Day 2 input, explore different types of seeds and share ideas. Activity, each child plants a seed, what if it's needed for the seed to grow. They must also plant seeds without soil, light, water. What happens to these seeds? And reading a book, Oliver's Vegetables. Day 3, discuss what plants need to survive. Activity, plant hunt around the school. What do the children observe? What the same difference between the plants? Observe the growth of their plants and discuss the changes. The reading for that time was how seeds grow. Day 3, discuss. Day 4, right? Day 4, observe their plants and discuss parts of the plants. Activity, compare the changes with the successful plant growth of the seed without soil, light, and water. Reading the book, The Tiny Seed. Day 5, the model and observational drawing of plant in the classroom. That was the input. Activity, observational drawing of plants. And as an addition, we are going to watch, we have having a PowerPoint presentation. It's about Mariam. It's an observational art is about plants. And resource needed, seed, soil, and clear cups, interactive board, pictures of different plants, pictures of seeds within fruits and vegetables. Key vocabulary using seed, plant, flower, growing, root, petal, stem, leaf, water, light, sunlight, soil, and nutrients. And key text, that are the books that we read, How a Seed Grows by Helen Jordan, Oliver's Vegetables, Alison Bartlett, and The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle. So that was my lesson plan.
Hilma?
Yeah, ma'am. The first one, in the bigger circle, I have written Sri Lankan history, and in the smaller circle, I have written ancient civilization of Anuradhapura. Under that comes the introduction, briefly introduce the main topic, Sri Lankan history. Mention that Sri Lanka has a rich and diverse history, and we'll be focusing on one significant aspect, the ancient city of Anuradhapura. Under that comes the background information, and then foundation of Anuradhapura, growth and development, Buddhism in Anuradhapura, trade and relations, decline and abandonment, legacy of Anuradhapura. That's all with it. And then the next one, lesson plan. So it's for history subject, grade 8. The topic is the ancient civilizations of Sri Lanka. Objectives: understand the significance of ancient civilizations in Sri Lanka, identify key characteristics of major ancient Sri Lankan civilization, discuss the impact of these civilizations on the culture and history of Sri Lanka. Teaching aids, PowerPoint presentations, maps of Sri Lanka, images of ancient Sri Lankan sites, handouts with key points. The way of presenting: greet the students and briefly introduce the topic, explain the importance of understanding ancient civilizations for appreciating Sri Lankan history, dividing each part under the main topic and explaining accordingly. Expectation: after explanation, students should be thorough on the explained topic. Evaluating: at the end of explanation, ask students to research and write a short essay on the impact of one of the ancient Sri Lankan civilizations on modern Sri Lankan culture or society, and providing quizzes and assignments under the topic. Expected outcome: students should be able to answer any question under the topic of ancient civilizations of Sri Lanka. That's all.
Dharani?
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. For the last session, ma'am, I couldn't participate because of, again, I was down with the fever. So because of that, ma'am, I couldn't get the homework, but I will do it and send it to you. Is there any format to do, or how can I?
No. I just wanted your format.
That means, ma'am, can I get the question again, or shall I ask from one of my friend to?
Yeah, you can ask from
Okay,
Taranka.
right. I will. And I will do it and I will send it to you, ma'am. Okay. Right.
Right. Give me a minute, I will share the presentation. Shall we read this? Tarani?
Yes, ma'am. Western traditional philosophers of education. Western education encourage individualism and creativity towards the practitioners. Since students are given freedom to express their creativity, they are not afraid to be different or make mistakes. As the Western education looks at students' mistakes positively and the way to learn.
Right. Now for a right. What is the Western education? Hmm? What is the Western education?
And encourage children to be creative.
Yeah, children to be creative. Now, who are they working as a teachers in school? In this batch? Ilma, you are working?
Yeah, ma'am, but currently I'm on leave.
Currently, you are where you are from?
I'm from Kandy, Madala.
Mm. Taranka, you also working, na?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, you are in abroad, na? And what do you call this? Tarani,
Yes, ma'am.
you also working.
Yeah.
Then currently, can you see all the in your school?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, if you saw, don't take baby classes. Just take after grade 8, whether they are listening us. They are listening our words.
Most of the time, no.
And nowadays the children are respecting us
That also very less, ma'am.
very less. After that, whether they was interested to talk with us.
Some students, but most are not. They like to get peer pleasure most more than the teachers.
Mm. When they are starting the sentences, the first word should be them or us.
Couldn't get you, ma'am.
When they are starting a sentence, starting to talking with us, the first word should be with them words or us.
Most probably ask.
Finishing is one conversation is going. In that conversation, it is finishing over by yourself or finishing over by those children.
Themselves, most probably.
Them, yes. What about Taranka?
Same. Goes the same. Like they start then.
All three questions, what are you going to say?
It's same. They like
whether you can earn the respect from them.
no, it's like as you said, it's compared to us and it's totally different compared to Sri Lanka and here as well. So like there's a different, like it's less.
It's yes.
I didn't get you. Like that was
Whether you can get a respect from teenagers.
I could say yes. I could say yes. But the time that we were learning, like even when we were in school, and it's totally different now. Yeah.
It's totally different now. Not only the foreign, in Sri Lanka also it's totally different. When we scolded them, they can directly they can give a call to Child Bureau and they can complain us. They are doing that. But their discipline also not good. If we are correcting them, they doesn't like. They are getting a so freedom. They are planning to get so freedom. But they don't know what is the freedom. But all the parents and ourselves, we are giving a freedom for them. Okay? We are giving the freedom for them to create their good attitudes and good things, but they are not feeling that. Okay? It's really hard to handle them, but they feel they don't have any mistakes. They are perfect. They are so genuine. It's totally different now. We can't we can't compare with what do you call earlier education philosophy and nowadays philosophy. It's all changed. Okay. When you are preparing a lesson plan also, you have to think whether these activities I can accept, I can do with this Western education method. Okay. If it is, can go for any mistakes with them, you have to think. After that only you can do. When you are preparing a lesson, if when you are preparing lesson for school children, should be very perfect, very open. Give some question to them to get some ideas. Nowadays they are depend to the mobile phone. They are not taking anything. They are depend to the not only the mobile, depend to the internet. They don't have any idea. They are taking everything from internet. They love to take everything from internet. Okay. Then when you are preparing a lesson plan or you are going to teach them, you are going to give any subject. For example, if you are making a science, in the science, are you going to teach them for eye, parts of eye, inside everything, organs and everything in eye? Just create something, get the work from them, get the give the question and get the answers from them, at least orally, because they don't like to talk with us. Okay, they don't like to talk with us. What is the question and answer? Everything have to teacher give. Just to read and just to taking them and they have to write. Okay. Then get more words from them. Talk them. They don't like to talk with us. They are not cooperating with practical education. But in the Western philosophies, we have to get some, what do you call, practical methods with them. Okay. Group work. The group work is, they don't like to do the group work because they don't like to talk with anybody. For example, if 5 years old or 10 years, 6 years old child, if we are taking the mobile from the child, giving a 1 hour's time and taking from that child, we have to talk much to convene idea, the convene situation. Earlier our parents did like that. They was convening us. They was excusing us. Huh? With
Uh,
no.
no.
But we have to excuse nowadays children. We have to excuse them. We have to appreciate them. We have to appreciate them. Okay. Then, for example, I'm telling you, yesterday something is happening in my school. And just for an example, I'm giving. There is a single language subject in literature. We are doing the single language and the literature of first language. In Sri Lanka, if they are doing the local syllabus, if the child is doing the local syllabus for O levels, the mother tongue is going for as a first language. You all know that? If it is English medium school or a Sinhala medium school or Tamil medium school, Tamil language should be the first language and English is going as a second language. Okay? Then Sinhala teacher was teaching and one literature song. In that literature, that ගාථාද කියන්නේ ගාථා නෙමෙයි ඒක කවියක් නේ
කවියක් මිස්
කවියක් ඒ කවියකින් තියෙන්නේ it is what is the relationship with the husband and wife හරිද
yes
ඒක දැන් ආගෙන ඉඳලා එක ළමයා ගෙදරට ගිහිල්ලා she was crying and around not late night today when I was going school on the way I got a call from parent that is not a feed number unwanted number then in the bus I was answer the call she was telling a lot of story listen that she didn't give me to she did allow me to talk she was complaining about the teacher okay after that I said right okay fine I don't know what happened inside the classroom actually I'll ask from the teacher and I will come back to you for that she gave me an answer you no need to ask from the teacher my child is telling she never tell anything lie she will talk very truth thing and I'll trust my child in the single කියන්නේ හරිද මම හරියට විශ්වාස කරනවා මගේ ළමයා කවදාවත් බොරු කියන්නේ මේ ටීචර් මේම තමයි කරලා තියෙන්නේ මේ පාඩම මේ ඔයාට ඒක කම්ප්ලේන්ට් එකකට විදියට ගන්න බැරි නම් මිස් ඔයා ඊටමම ඉන්න මට දන්නවා කාටද කතා කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා මගේ චෙයාමන්ගේ නම කියලා චෙයාමන්ට මිස්ටර් උත් කිව්වේ නැහැ සර් උත් කිව්වේ නැහැ මොකුත් නැහැ නම විතරයි කිව්වා එයාට කතා කරන්න මම ඩිරෙක්ට්ලි කියලා ෆෝන් එක දුන්නා right then I just leave it I went to the school and I signed and I went to the staff room the teacher was with the Sinhala book teacher the බැනලා last night බැනලා ඔක්කොම කරලා I'm just telling what is the happened on yesterday and this is for example you take it the Western type of philosophy okay then in that kavi there is a small when we are preparing a food for husband that is called it is God's grade we are preparing a food for the God same as we are preparing a food for our husband the teacher is very old lady she was a widow lady and the last 1 year before only the husband is passed away then she was really fed up more when she was telling that when she was explaining that kavi then she also cried okay she එයාගේ personal life එකකින් එයා ගිහිලා ඒක අනන්න වගේ එයාට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. මේ දුව ගිහිල්ලා කියලා තියෙන්නේ. The both parents are separate now. අම්මා ඔයාට ඉන්ට් එක විදියට තමයි අපේ ටීචර් මේක උගන්වලා තිබ්බා. ටීච් කරේ. Then mother take a call and she was scolding teacher yesterday night and today morning she was scolding me. This is happening the current situation. In Tamil literature, when I was in the O-levels, in Tamil literature, public එකට ඔක්කොම එන විදියට තමයි කවි තියෙන්නේ. love එක මොනවාද, relationship එක මොනවාද, ඔක්කොම public එන විදියට තමයි පොඩි what do you call history of literature is there. When the teacher was teaching us, we didn't take that much up to our mind. But nowadays, when teacher was teaching everything, it should be very careful. And when we are using our words also, we have to be very, what do you call, we have to be very careful with that. Because small things, they will get hurt. And what is the philosophy of that in that story? The father and mother is separate, then the child is feeling that they have to be very in that, they have to be in one roof. And by their love, the child is needed. ඒ බබාට ඕනේ අම්මා තාත්තගේ ඔය රිලේෂන්ෂිප් එකකින් තියෙන ලව් එක එයාට බබාට එන්න. But the parent is not understanding that. Parent is in the very different mood. She was scolding all the people because child is crying. These type of children are coming to the society. Then as a teacher, you have to change their mind. You have to change their mind. Because we need teachers for our school. And we need students also. Without students, we can't run the private schools. Definitely, the private schools have to be with the students. And teacher also saying she was crying because the parent was shouted very bad word with the bad words. But she didn't talk with me like that. ඒත් මේ වගේ පේරන්ට්ස්ලා ඉන්නකොට ළමයි නරක වෙනවා. ළමයිගේ ඇටිටියුඩ් එක බලපාන වෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒ බබාට ඒ කවියකින් තියෙන ස්ප්‍රිට් එක මොනවද කියලා යන්නේ. That is happening. When you also learning, now you all are learning the BED of education. Now we come to the model philosophy. Now you have to keep the different, you have to judge the different of the old education philosophy and new Western education philosophy. Okay, because we are facing lot of problem when we are giving we are thinking to give the good education for our second generation, but second generation are coming very wrong attitudes. Then we have to change them. We have to change their minds. When we are changing their mind, we have to be very perfect. We can't, we have to be very strong with that. Okay? You all can get a good experience in future. Why you all are so silent? You all are excited with the story?
Huh? We're just thinking like all the international school has the same problem. I think the most power always going to the parents, no. So we all are depending under them, like no.
Yes.
So at that time, as teachers, we are so helpless, ma'am. So we also feel
so
the same
helpless,
situation.
and we are so what do you call, respect. We are getting
Yeah, that's the thing.
there is no respect for us because
Yeah,
they
even
feel we are friend with them. We have to friend with them. Not all time.
yes.
Not all time. When I was in my school, they can talk everything with me. I'm giving that freedom, and some people they know uh, where I will catch them. So, there is a children. They was what do you call? They are so scared to talk with me also. මම ඒ ළමයාත් එක්කින් අර ගියන මොකුත් ඇහුවෙත් නෑ මේ වගේ ස්ටෝරි එකක් වුණාද මේ වගේ මේ වගේ අම්මා කතා කරාද පුතේ අම්මට ඔයා මොනවද කිව්වේ මොකුත් ඇහුවේ නෑ නිකන් ඒ වගේ එකක් සිද්ධියක් ආවේ නෑ කියලා තමයි ඉන්නේ. ඕයි විතරමට අපි නිග්ලෙක්ට් කරගෙන යන්න වෙනවා දැනට. That is the solution for that story. For
Yes,
that complaint, that is the solution. Because we can't apply any what do you call any solution for that. The silent is the main important. Silent is main we can maintain for the as a solution. Okay.
Sure.
Shall we read this?
Can I read, Miss?
Yes, please.
Yes. What are the Western philosophies of education? Apparently, the Western education emphasizes on active learning, student-centeredness, meaningful learning, creativity, complement, giving, and close teacher-student relationship.
Yeah, giving close and social relationship. But in all the things, they was mentioning the creativeness. Nowadays, can you see creativeness in the children?
Very less.
Very less. Why?
I think they may have, they don't have much hands-on experiences with the practical things. And all the parents are trying to complete all the tasks by themselves.
All the parents are like to feed them.
Yes.
They are not allowing to eat alone. All the parents are thinking when they pay the money, we can feed the education. Then we can get some other what do you call complaints, the difficulty. Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
And they are not very interested to study alone. They doesn't like self-learning. They doesn't like to do homeworks. They have the skills. The children, they are very good in skills. They have several skills. They're asking the questions, it's different way. We also don't have idea to answer for that question. They have very creative mind. But all the creativeness are going under the mobile phone, internet, using those things. Then it is when it's come to that point, all the children are getting what do you call, struggling with the ideas and the creativeness. Okay. Then we have to build their creativeness. For that, you have to do some practical education. When you are doing a practical education, their skills will come out. Okay, right. Shall we write a small question?
Yeah, ma'am.
What is the ideas? What is the ideas help us to create create help us to create the what is the idea of help us to create the good education in Western philosophy. And can you all write the answers?
Yeah, ma'am, we'll try.
Yeah. Taranka?
Can it explain a little bit more about the question? What is the idea help us
Yeah,
to
what is
create?
the what do you call problems you are saying? You have to make some ideas to build their mind to the socialize and giving the practical education to create their good ideas, bringing them to socialize. Okay. What is the skills they have? You have to bring it them to out to showing others. Okay. And their appearance. We have to other thing. What is the negative attitudes? We have to bring them. We have to bring them for the positive attitudes. Those are the things. Can
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, if you don't mind, can you please repeat the question?
Taranka, can you read that question?
Yes. What is the idea help us to create the good education philosophy? Is it like that? What help us to create, like, develop good education philosophy? Is kind of that question, right, ma'am?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Okay.
Take 15 minutes time and complete. Finish? Finished writing or not?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Take a 5 minutes time, madam. Are you all finished? Finish? Not yet.
Finished man, don't know whether it's correct or wrong, but it is not lengthy answer.
Like, give me a short answer.
Okay. Socrates is considered by the founding father of Western philosophy. Western education philosophy focuses on students learning by understanding. This gives the students opportunities to understand the topic that they are learned in a deeper way. The Western education philosophy creates their own learning environment for learners so that the learners can keep their own opinions to learn. It emphasizes the meaningful learning of the students. Western philosophy cultivates the students' creativity so that they can express their creativity freely in the learning process. And the Western education always helps on creative learning, student-centeredness, meaningful learning, creativity, compliments given, and close relationship between teachers and the student. Ma'am, I wrote only that.
Sarika?
Yes, like listening to Taranis, I don't know whether I got the question wrong. So I did, like, I was writing in point form, how to create a good education philosophy. For number one, create a clear picture of our expectations as teachers and how good we are passing that information to the students. And understand our role in the classroom. How do we do it, like, as a teacher, influencer, or facilitator, leader, or advocate? What is our role in the classroom? And as teachers, we have to be confident, and our instruction should be clear and consistent. And we have to be ready to view the students holistically, like not thinking about the race or the color, whatever, nothing. That's like a general way. And we need to have high standard of communication with the students and the school management and even with the parent and all the third parties. And always get feedback from the students, then we can do the adjustments or amendments that as we needed to make it more flexible. And provide practical opportunities and link the lesson with the real life situations, giving hands-on experience, sharing examples, and behavior management, how we can get the negative attitude to the positive attitude situation. And we need to prepare for the lesson, like without suddenly going to and doing the lesson, like we do some homework for the lesson, like it helps us to be more confident in the class as well. And accept the equity in the classroom. Those are the points that I use to, like, as I understand the question.
Hilma?
Yeah, ma'am. For the question, what is the idea help us to create good educational philosophy? So the first thing I have written is purpose of education. Define the purpose of education to the students, whether it's to promote critical thinking, personal growth, career preparation, or a combination of these and other objectives. And the second thing is student-centered approach. Consider the individual needs, abilities, and interests of students. And then the third answer is teaching methods. So identifying effective teaching methods, and then assessment and evaluation, plus like individualism and personal growth. We have to concentrate on that as well, and then critical thinking and inquiry. So that's all my
Fine, good. You are coming with your answer it is positive way. Right, shall we read this?
Can I?
Yeah, please.
Okay. What is the traditional philosophy of education? The traditional philosophy of Education focuses on the skills, facts, and standards of behavior deemed essential for each generation of students. These skills and facts are understood as being important for personal success. The standards of behavior serve society in general.
Traditional philosophy of education. Okay, right. Then what is the traditional philosophy of education? It is by generation to generation, it can be changed. Okay, change means they have their needed things, and their what do you call their skills. Okay, what is the fact of that? And their habits, behaviors. Okay. After that, what we can say? It's genetic changes, we can say. Okay, because last 2 years before batch is different. Now, who are they following the grade 10? All of us. Okay, now 15 years age group children. Last 2 years before the 15 years age group children, when we are comparing two groups, the attitudes and behaviors are different. And their success also different. These people so lazy to get their success. We have to push always. They are very lazy to come for social. Okay. Then those are the different we can see with them. Can we read this?
I'll read this. Yeah. What are the 4 traditional philosophies? Here we will focus only on the 4 main types of philosophies that may help you to form your teaching philosophy and write your teaching statement. Perennials, essentialism, romanticism, and progressivism. A mix of more than 2 philosophies is called eclecticism.
There is 4 traditional philosophies. Those philosophies you have to take your mind, just keep as examples, because when you are doing your teaching skill or teaching a lesson or teaching a practical subject, you have to focus these 4, or at least 2. Okay, right. Shall we read this? There are so many philosophers are there in the philosophy. Okay, then he is one of philosophers. Shall we read?
Yes, ma'am, I will read that. Socrates, education is the process through which necessary knowledge is acquired for understanding oneself. Process of living, there is nothing more relevant than self-knowledge. If one tries to understand one's abilities, defects, shortcomings, and whether one is correct or incorrect is not only relevant to life but highly educational.
Yeah. What do you call? Nowadays, can you see the self-studies? Whether they are reading their storybooks, now children, the current children?
Not much, ma'am.
Not much. And they have one of the app in the mobile phone.
Yes.
The story they can read. They can read means the app is reading the story. Then when we tell them to read the story, they are not. In my son, he doesn't like to read the story. He can use that app. Then in that is very good for the for society. The most IT field is coming for us. Then our children are in the good technology field. That should be fine. But every time we can't accept that. Okay, right. Shall we read this? Read that.
UNESCO reports. UNESCO reports have stressed new dimensions in education as to the manner in which the concept of education changes in accordance with the constantly changing dynamic world society.
Mm. Then there is a two philosophers advisors are there. Shall we write a question about what is the different meanings of term education? Do you know what is the term education?
Gain knowledge.
Huh?
Acquire knowledge in very short form.
Yeah. Acquire knowledge. And how you are going to, show the different meanings?
Ma'am, it means that different...
the different of, for education. That is the different versions you can give. One is we can getting the knowledge. We can build ourselves.
Right.
Okay, we can socialize ourselves when we are educated. Okay, then we are not going to scared for anything.
Yeah.
We are so smart. Okay. Everything we can do alone. We are not depend anyone. Okay. Then what else? What else?
Develop self skills, independency.
Yeah, independency. After that, shall we write that?
Okay, ma'am. Shall we write in a point form, ma'am? We
Yeah,
don't want to
point form.
write
No. Point form by the only first question. The second one is homework for you.
Right.